Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey. Hey, Alpha. We ain't giving up.
They'll drop the throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
A gain of 15. First down, Atlanta.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Come on, set. 18 Gators. Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the screen.
Hey.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking here for Smith downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
50, plant.
Mike's 56. I got it. Shit.
Get it.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So the loss of a yard, and now second and 11 from the 24-yard line. On second down, it's Pollard. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On the double. Right there in the middle. Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the safety.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Go. Hey, lock it.
Now back to throw. The open man is Smith. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Look at me. Zipper. 5.
On first down, it's Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame, 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
SOS.
They'll look to throw here. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from. On the ready.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
132 fighter.
They'll run with Pollard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. I'm coming after you. Go.
I'm coming after you. 56.
Big grip. Big grip.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. Get that quarterback, D-Ron. Get that quarterback. Hey, Delta. D-Ron, get that quarterback. 58.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the 21-yard line.
Ready? 10-2, sir.
Check 56. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check safety, check safety.
You draw corkers.
Check 15, check 15.
5.
On first down, Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Yeah. 18 Gator.
Mark 56. Push him back. Push him back.
Now.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Check. Crunch. 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 Switch. Switch. Switch.
Yep.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, dog.
Hey, exit.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's going to be a long...
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Greystone, travel.
58, Mike. Hey, come on, now. Check nickel.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. First chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. I can't believe this.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Come on, set. 10-2 soft.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 26-yard attempt, and his kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Pollard. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 7-yard line. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Go!
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run left with Pollard, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And his kick is indeed good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said does. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You better bring it. Check 13. Check 13. General West.
Paxton. Joker. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Ready?
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mike by 4. So we got man.
Bang! Deep rip.
On 2nd down now. McGee, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. and that way you often control the game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
You got 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, march in.
Again, they'll run. This is McGee. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
On for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Slam.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Switch. Check it out.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be fourth down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Hey, Charlie.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Let's go.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Big dad, quick edge. Come, come. Check, check. Lucky.
Ready?
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Right there.
Leo.
54 Mike.
They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's McGee. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Right here, right here. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Got it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Pollard going to try the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave them looking at a 4th and 1. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option. But as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the